So, for this episode of Men's Help Monday, I want to talk to you about the man versus the bear. This question that's been dominating my social media feeds for months now. It started, like most awful things on the internet, with TikTok and a street interviewer. These guys, they walk around with a cell phone and a cheap microphone and ask people questions and compile the worst answers. And this question was, if you were stuck in the woods, would you rather be stuck with a man or a bear? And this gained some traction because most of the answers that he got were women saying they would rather choose the bear over being stuck with a random man. And I've seen some pretty deranged responses to this whenever women choose the bear. I've seen people post like trail cam footage of animals that have been attacked by bears. I saw a guy make this one webcomic showing graphic violence of a woman on a picnic being mauled by a bear. Probably my favorite one was this guy who described the man versus bear test, but then made it more extreme. Instead of being stuck in the woods, now your car breaks down and you see a man and a bear, but you have one gun. But making the smart answer of just being on the phone's not enough. No, you have to make this choice. It's demanding you choose the man over the bear. And when I was first asked this question, I didn't hear it from TikTok. I have an account, I've uploaded some cat videos before, but that's not really my kind of website. My friend asked me if I was stuck in the woods, what would I pick? And when I heard this, I took it from a very, I guess, Tolkien perspective. Man didn't mean like a man, it was humans versus bears. And those are really broad answers. You could get a koala, you could get a polar. You don't know what you're going to get with that bear. But in the same hand, you don't know what you're going to get with that man. And I think there's a lot more variance there. Personally, I would choose the bear, but that's because I feel obligated to share what I have. If I found somebody who was struggling, even a stranger, and they weren't able to provide for themselves, I would feel obligated to help them survive. I think most of us would feel that way. The problem is some of us don't. And you might get stuck with one of those people. You might get stuck with someone who would take advantage of you, or take your supplies, or maybe harm you while you're asleep, sneak up behind you. The bears aren't going to do that. Most of the time with apex predators in the wild, they don't want to fight. They don't like to fight. If you watch nature documentaries, you can see that it's a lot of posturing and screaming back and forth at each other, but they rarely come to blows because who wants to fight? Who wants the chance of getting hurt? Animals are a lot more understanding of fighting's not just going to be you're going to come out hurt one way or another. But I would almost always choose this animal mostly because I know I can not bother it or do my best to stay away from it. But, if it comes down to it, Tarzan taught me what to do. I'd win. It's okay. I'm not scared of what I would have to do to survive. But I think a lot of us would rather take that extreme with a wild animal than with a person. That's another reason why I choose the bear over the man. I would feel bad about harming someone else. But an animal, as much as, if you want to take that weird, esoteric, well, all of us are just animals on this planet, I think we all can we feel a difference between humans and animals. So you don't want to hurt someone like that. Or at least I don't want to. But the bear, nah, I'd win. And that's okay. So the next time you decide to get angry at a woman for choosing this bear over choosing a man, maybe ask yourself that question. Maybe really try to examine who you would rather be stuck with. Do you think you would rather be stuck with the worst of the worst, some death row inmate with 100 bodies to his name with no remorse for taking human life? Or would you maybe rather be stuck with Smokey the Bear? You have your side of the woods, he has his side of the woods. Instead of someone who they want your side of the woods, no matter what. I don't know. It seems pretty basic to me why people are choosing the bear, but if you've been confused this whole time, hopefully this helps. And I guess until the next time we have a TikTok interviewer try to start more gender wars, y'all try to have a good day.